Combustion reactions take place when a compound containing carbon and hydrogen reacts with oxygen to make water vapor, carbon dioxide, and heat. Basically, if anything containing C and H reacts with oxygen gas, you end up with carbon dioxide and water vapor and lots of heat. C6H12 plus 9O2 equals 6CO2 plus 6H2O. Moving on. A synthesis reaction is a reaction in which simple compounds are combined to make a more complex one. The general form for a synthesis reaction reflects this: A plus B equals C. One specific example of this sort of reaction occurs when sodium and chlorine gas combine to make sodium chloride. 2Na plus Cl2 equals 2NaCl. Next, a decomposition reaction is one where a molecule breaks apart into simpler ones. In the chemical world, the general form for a decomposition reaction is this: C equals A plus B. And an example of it occurs when hydrogen peroxide breaks apart to form oxygen gas and water. So 2H2O2 equals 2H2O plus O2. And now the next. Known as a single replacement reaction, this type of reaction occurs when a pure element switches places with an element in a chemical compound. Essentially, the two atoms switch places where one of the atoms isn't stuck to anything else. The general form of this reaction is A plus BC equals B plus AC. In this case, the elements A and B switch places. For example, if you put magnesium into hydrochloric acid, you'll get the following single displacement reaction: Mg plus 2HCl equals H2 plus MgCl2. Because hydrogen is a gas, bubbles can be seen during this reaction. Now the next, called a double replacement reaction. This type of reaction occurs when the cations of two chemical compounds switch places. The general form for this reaction is AB plus CD equals CB plus AD, in which you can see that A and C switch places. Adding hydrochloric acid to silver nitrate, you'd see the following double displacement reaction: HCl plus AgNO2 equals AgCl plus HNO2. Silver chloride will eventually degrade in light to form silver metal and chloride gas, so if you're willing to wait around, you'll eventually be able to have a very small amount of impure silver and a very small amount of unbelievably toxic gas to play with, which is really not a good idea. Now the next. So in any case, acid-base reactions are pretty much the same thing as double displacement reactions, except that water is one of the things that's made. So HA plus BOH equals BA plus H2O. As you can see, the H and B switch places, which is where the water came from. Aside from that, it's the same thing as a double displacement reaction. One example of an acid-base reaction occurs when nitric acid is neutralized with sodium hydroxide. HNO plus NaOH equals NaNO3 plus H2O. Just to fix my mistake on the last thing I said, one example of an acid-base reaction occurs when nitric acid is neutralized with sodium hydroxide. So HNO3 plus NaOH equals NaNO3 plus H2O.